It's to 5 now. I think it's time we started the session. So let me once again welcome everyone who has joined in the last few minutes and possibly missed some of the things we talked about a couple of minutes earlier. Just to reiterate, we run these webinars every month. We have 3 series of webinars available to our Shopmatic community, merchant community. One of the series is called As My Success Story, where we bring in a successful merchant who has doing very well in their line of business, and we bring them on every month to come and share their learnings, their insights, and be available for a Q&A with with everyone who is interested in understanding a bit more about how they can get some tips from them as well. So that's My Success Stories. Please do watch out and join them. We have another series called as Masterclass series, where we bring in experts from the industry, from our partners, who will be talking specifically about leveraging payments or leveraging social media marketing, or other very sort of like specific topics which you can benefit from and sort of like use to power your business and be more successful. And the third series, which we're starting off with this month, is the Ecom Edgy series, which is run by a Shopmatic certified expert, which means that the person presenting to you today has actually gone through the full motion of understanding our platform very well and has been certified by us as being eligible for taking these kind of sessions and building stores out for merchants who are looking for that kind of solution. Without much further ado, I'd like to hand it over to this expert to run the session today. What we will be covering off today will be about designing a powerful Shopmatic store, which will include the various tools and elements that you can leverage on the platform to make your store absolutely stand out beautifully, have all the elements required to engage with all of your buyers and store visitors, and also make sure your catalog is sort of like is perfectly organized, as well as leveraging on all the integrations we offer on shipment and payment solutions, etc. Let me hand it over to our Shopmatic expert now.
Hi everyone. So today we're going to be looking at building your own e-commerce store using the Shopmatic platform. So just to start, I'll share my screen. Okay, so we're going to be looking at 3 main things. Firstly will be the design of the website. Then we'll move on to the e-commerce enablement, which includes the payment and shipping. And then we'll end with the product upload to create a powerful product catalog. So please do send in your questions if you have any, and they will be addressed throughout the session. So to start with, we will be looking at the design of the website. So in this section, we will be looking at 10 main things. So as you can see on this button here where it says add a section, we will be going through all 10 of these sections to add to your website. So as you can see, we have things such as the featured products, the cover, layout, form, as well as the header and footer. So to start with, we'll look at the header, which you can see is this little bar over here. So this is the place where your customers will go to navigate throughout the pages of your website. So you'll realize that you can't actually click on the buttons here when editing your page. Instead, you'll have to click on this over here, and there's a drop down where you can add a page, delete a page, edit a page. So if you click on this button over here, you can rename, hide, or delete the page. And you can add a page over here. So the header itself, you can add. By clicking add a section, and then you click add a header, and as you can see, sorry, one second. So you can see these 6 options for the header. So what I've used is this bottom one over here. So you simply click on it, and it shows up over here. So the first thing you'd want to do is add your logo. So to add a logo, you simply click on click to edit, and then you see these 3 options over here. You can either add your image, link it, or delete it. So to add your image, you click on this, and it takes you to your computer. So you click on the image you want to use, and click on open. So as you can see, we have this blue box over here. So your image and what you want to be shown on your website needs to be within the blue box. So I'm just going to zoom out to ensure that my entire logo will be shown on my website, and click on done. And that's saved. So all of these are the pages, as I said before, and they can be added from your products as well as the pages that you add over here. You can also change the formatting, so you can either bold your text, you can capitalize it, as well as increase the text size, decrease the text size, change the text color and the background color. So personally, I'm going for a very minimalistic kind of website, so I've kept it white with black text, just so my customers will find it easier to navigate and not get distracted by flashy colors. I've also chosen this to match with the color of my logo. Next, we have the announcement. And so this is quite a useful marketing tool as well, where you can advertise any promotions or offers you have ongoing. So for example, if I have free shipping for orders above $100, I would just write in free shipping for orders above $100, and then click add and show announcement bar. So within this, you can also change the color of the background and the text. So I may change my color to go a bit more with the theme of my website, which might be a little bit of a light pink. So you can just choose whichever color you think is best, but make sure that it is easily visible so your customers are easily able to navigate. So it is important to update this regularly so you don't keep old promotions on and give false information to your customers. And then you can also choose to fix it at the top just to make it a bit easier to scroll down your website. So with that, we've completed the header. So the next section, as we're on the home page, could be the cover. So as you can see here, I have a cover picture, and so this isn't very text heavy, as this is just the home page, and you would want to give your customers a little bit of a feel of what your web store is all about. So we have a few different options here, and so you can't move this text, so you would choose a cover where your image is not where your text would be. So what I mean is, in this image over here, my actual makeup products are on the right of the cover. And so I chose a cover where the text was on the bottom left. So I'm just going to click on this one. And so you'll notice that every time you add a new section, it goes to the bottom of your page. To move it up or move it down, you simply click on it, and then you have these two buttons over here. So you just click move section up to get it where you want to be. So I'm going to change the background now. So this is similar to how you changed your logo, where you simply click on Edit Background and upload an image. You can either choose to upload an image from your computer or from free images by Pexels or Unsplash. It is advisable, if you do have product images, to use one of your own just to create that authenticity and give an idea of what your brand is all about. So I'm going to click on Upload. It'll once again take me to my computer, and I'm going to choose cover image. So this image goes outside the blue lines, so I'm just going to align it with what I want included on my website. And click on Done. So as you can see, I now have my little image on the background, and I will now change the text. So I don't want to make it too text heavy, so I'm just going to say environmentally friendly beauty products. And I actually don't want to have this part over here, so I'm just going to click on this delete button. And over here is this little button which you can use to redirect to different pages on your website. So to click on edit, and then I might just say buy now. And you can choose these 3 different sizes. So I might just make it regular. You also have the option to change your text color. as well as the background color. So I might again change it just to go with the color scheme of my website. So a little bit of a light pink. And we're done with that. So you can actually change the height of your cover depending on what you like. So you might want to make it a bit shorter or a bit longer. So this also helps if your text is slightly overlapping with the picture. In my case, it's fine, but if I were to have an image that was around here, I may choose to make my header a bit longer so the text would go down. So with that, we've covered the cover as well as the header. So once again, please do send in your questions if you're not sure about anything. So now for the home page, we can move on to the slider. Sliders can be used for a variety of different things. So for example, if you want to showcase your testimonials, just to create that sense of legitimacy for your brand, or even show your different collections on a rotating slider. So for this case, I might use a small slider and it will be added to the bottom of my web page. So I'm just going to close this. And so you can see here, once again, add a slider. So to change the background image, I'll just click on upload image over here. And I might just choose this image here and click open. So I'm going to orientate it in such a way that the actual brushes are in the blue square and click on done. Now I might put in a testimonial. So love their products. My skin has never felt better. And then I might just change the color to make it pop against the background image. So I'll do that through this. I might make it a bit bigger. And then here I'll put in who it was by. So I'll just put in their initials. And then once again, change the color. Now you can add another image to your slider. So you do that by clicking on Add Image. It takes you back to your upload section where I will choose a picture, add it in, and then format it the way I would like it. So I'll just click on Done. So as you can see, you now have 2 images on your slider. So you can add in your text for your second testimonial and who it's by. And so you can actually auto-rotate your sliders, so your slides. So by clicking here, and then you can choose how long you want each slide to be on. So I may just say 8 seconds so my customers get a chance to read what's on each slide. You can also change the slider height over here. So if you have a really long testimonial, you may want to make it a bit bigger, but mine's pretty short, so I'll just leave it at that. So with that, we've also completed the slider. So I'll just delete this since there are 2 of them. And to delete a section, you just click on this and it's gone. So something else, which is a new feature that we have, is the featured products. So just click on this, and once again, it's added to the bottom. So as you can see, my products are already on here. So this was taken from my product catalog. So you can actually choose which products you want to be featured based on your categories, which we will also go through later. So I may choose, for example, if I'm having a sale on bath bombs, I may just choose to put these on my home page, and maybe I'll say featured products 50% off now, just so you can drive your customers to this part of your website. So with that, we've completed the home page. So I may now choose to go to another page on my website. So as you can see, I have home, about us, shipping and returns, FAQs, and contact us. So I may actually delete the shipping and returns page because I think it can be answered in the FAQs. Oh, sorry, we also have to save it. So do remember to save your work continuously just so you don't lose anything when you switch between pages. So I may choose to actually delete this. And I added this page in, which was events, because for my store, we do monthly makeup tutorials. So you can choose a page to add in that's relevant to your store. So you may put in maybe a page about your company's history or any like the events that you're a part of. So it's all up to you. For now, we'll go on to the About Us page. So this is where your customers would come on to just get to know a bit more about your company. So as you can see over here, I've used this layout, which is a combination of text and image. So these text-heavy sections are used more here rather than on the home page, where you wouldn't want to bombard your customers with a lot of text. So to go through, I would just click on layout. And then I chose this one over here where the image is on the left and there's text on the right. So I have this here, and I'm going to change this image once again. Upload. And then since this image is relevant to my makeup brand, this is why I'm using it. You can choose to upload an image of the founders of your company, so yourselves maybe, or anything else that you feel is relevant. So I'm just going to click on done. And I may also change the background of this entire layout just to once again go with the theme of my website. So I'm just going to make it white. You can also choose to add an image. So over here, I'm just going to say get to know make, which is the name of my company. So here I've written this already. I'm just going to copy paste it. So this is the About Us page. So it's just more about my company and how what our aims are and how we started. And then down here, maybe you'll put in your mission and your vision, and then just put in the information below. So obviously, as you can see, you can also change the way that your text is formatted. So you can make it in italics. You can increase the size, decrease the size, change your text color to go with your theme. As mine is minimalistic, as I said, I'm just leaving it as very much black and white. And you can also link it as well as change the alignment. So I might just make that in the middle or on the side, which looks better. So that was the layout. You'll notice that there are quite a few different options that you can choose from. So if you don't want the two parts at the bottom, you can just choose one of the layouts over here, as well as these ones. So it's really up to you what you choose to add. So that's this part done. So as you can see over here, I've actually added in an element. So moving on to this, you can see that we have 4 different elements that you can choose from. So for example, for my website, I actually have this little title box over here saying About Us. This is a personal preference of mine, just so the customers are aware of what page they're on. So I actually did this by adding in this element over here. So once again, it goes into the bottom. So I'm just going to click, I'm gonna get rid of this first. I'm just gonna click on this and move section up all the way till I'm at the top. So I don't want the image of the background, so I'm just going to remove it and then add a color. So once again, going in for that light pink color. And then I'm going to edit the title to About Us. And then change the text color so you can see it properly against your background. Make it black. And there we have it. So that's an element that you can use. The other, I'm going to delete that. So the other element that we have is this one over here. So this is quite helpful if you want to divide sections in your website, for example. So on a page, if you want to divide between certain sections, you can use it here, or just as a way to redirect customers to different pages on your website. So if I want to direct them to my products page from my About Us, I might just say, browse our collection. And then change over here, shop now. And I will change the color once again. I might just change the background first to the pink color. and then change this color to black and the text to white. So there we have it. So with that, we've finished on this part. Please, once again, do send in messages if you have any questions, and let me know if I'm going too fast or too slow. So another element that we have is actually this one over here. So as you can see, if you have any brand affiliations, you can include that maybe at the bottom right above your footer. So for example, in my makeup store, if I have products from a few different companies, I might choose to just put them here. And I can do that by adding an image, and then I'll just put in their logo. So once again, I'm going to zoom out until it's in the blue box and click on done. So with that, I have my different brands. So I may just delete how many ever I don't think are needed. And then I have my 4 brands here, and I can once again change the background to white or any other color, whichever you want. So with that, we have now completed the featured products, the slider, the cover, the layout, and the element, as well as the header. So I'm just going to save my work. And we can now move on to this page that I've created additionally. So I created this page called Events since it's relatable for my company. So the first thing I did was add in another layout actually, and I went with this one over here. So as you can see, there's a little play button, which means that you can actually add in a YouTube video onto your website. So simply click on the layout, and then I'll put in attend our monthly tutorials. And then I'll just copy paste my text from here. And then over here, I might just actually delete this button since I don't need it right now, and just delete that. So now we can go on to this. So as you can see, we have the edit image, we have the link, and we have the delete, but this time we also have the ability to add a video. So to add a video, you have to copy in the link from YouTube. As you can see, I've kept one over here, and go back to the website and simply copy paste your link into this bar over here and click save. The video will automatically be embedded into your website, so when your customers do go onto this page, they can easily click on and just watch the video. Okay, so as you can see here, I do mention a newsletter. So this is another feature that we have. So add a section, which is the newsletter sign up, and simply click on that to add it in. You can choose to change the text, but I think I'm pretty happy with this text, so I'll keep it that way. But I might just change the color a bit to go once again with the theme of my website. So I might just make it a bit pink. But I would want my customers to be able to read this, so I'm just going to make it very light. And with that, I've completed my events page, so I'm just going to save that. So now we can move on to the FAQs. So in this section, you can see once again, I've used the element, which was this one. I've used that to, again, have these FAQs bar, which I've kept consistent throughout my website. So over here, I've actually used a new section, which is the text. And as you can see, we have many different options for you to choose from. So I think this is quite useful for the FAQs. I've clicked on this last one over here, and it's added to the bottom. So You can use this to quickly answer questions that you would get a lot. So it's very easy for your customers to be able to get their answers very quickly, as well as have a place where they can easily and quickly go. So as you can see, I've written it out all over here. So you can actually change the icons to go more with the theme of your web store. So for me, I think it's quite in line with the vision that I want for my website to be like. So I've kept it the same, but you can edit the image and add in any image that you want. So these questions over here are what I've come up with based on common questions that a web store may be asked, but feel free to change the questions as well as change the logos to fit nicely with your questions. You can again change the formatting, so you can make it bold, italic, increase text size, decrease text size, as well as change the text color, link it to somewhere else. You can either link it to another page, or you can link it to an external page that's not within your website. And then for the alignment as well, you can change that. And same goes for over here. So with that, we've completed the text section. So I'm just gonna save that. So we've done the FAQs, and so we've gone through featured products, slider, cover, layout, form, element, text, header, and newsletter sign up. Oh, sorry, we haven't gone through form. We will go through form now. Okay, so now we're on the contact us page. So as you can see, I've chosen a section from the form part. So you have two options. One is with the map and one is without. So I've chosen the one with the map just so my customers have an idea of where my store is located. Maybe might not be that relevant right now, but when it is safe to go out, it will be very useful. So to do this, you have to add in your store address. You have to put in your operating hours, as well as your email and your phone number. And then through this, your customers can send in queries or any messages, recommendations, or feedback to you. So as you can see over here, I've put in an address, and so it shows me on the map exactly where my hypothetical store is located. You can also change the formatting of your text once again. So I'm pretty happy with this, so I'm just going to leave it this way. I'll just delete this section since it's not very relevant. And once again, just save. So the last section that we have is the footer, which can be seen at the very bottom of your website. So we have these three options. So if you do want to have links to, for example, your social media, I would say go with footer 1 or footer 3. So I'm using footer 1 right now, so just click on it, and then I'm just going to close this. And you can choose, so first of all, you would have to add in your logo, which is same as what we've done before. Simply click on Edit Image, and then I'm just going to put in my logo. I'm going to zoom out so it's in the blue box once again, and right in the middle, and click on Done. So I really don't like the background color in relation to the theme that I'm going for, so I'm just going to change the background to white and then change my text to black. So as you can see here, I have the little Facebook and the Google links. So we've now completed the footer, and I can show you a bit more about how you can get those links at the bottom. So once again, please do send in questions if you have any, and we will go through them. Okay, so over here, this little button next to where you add a section is the site settings. So on this, you can actually change the font of your website to go with the theme and the kind of products that you have. So I've used Railway, which is very a very like aesthetic font, and I feel like it goes well with my makeup brand, so I've chosen these ones. But you can actually change it, and we do have quite a variety of options. So for example, if I wanted to make it Oswald, I would do that and I would save it. And as you can see, my text has changed. So I personally don't feel like it goes with my brand, so I'm going to change it back to Railway and just save it. So next we have the social media. So as you can see, we had those little icons at the bottom. So you can actually choose, put in your social media links. So it's very easy for your customers to be redirected to your social media. So you can put in your Facebook link, your Twitter link, your Google+, Pinterest, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, Tumblr, Flickr, Zomato, Ask.fm, and Vimeo. And the ones that you don't have, just leave them blank and then save that. And then next we'll go into the favicon, which is actually this little image that you see over here if you're on websites. So when people go onto your website, they'll see your logo. So I've added in this image over here. And then obviously you have the change design template, but by doing so, you will lose the content that you have on your current website. So with that, that concludes the design of the website. So we have completed the featured product, slider, cover, layout, form, element, text, header, footer, and newsletter sign up. We've also gone through changing your font, adding your social media, and adding your favicon. So with that, we'll now move on to the e-commerce enablement, which is the payment as well as shipping. So to navigate between the website builder and these settings, we'll click on this button over here, which shows you a drop down of all of these different options. So we will now go on to setup and go to payment. Oh, sorry, I did not save my work. So I'm just going to save it and then go to setup and payment. So over here, you will have the different payment options. Obviously, as this is a store set in Singapore, these are the options I have available to me. But for example, if you are a merchant in India, you may have additional options such as Paytm. The process of setting it up is the same, it's just that there are different partners. So the Shopmatic platform allows you to pay using PayPal, credit card, and debit card. So to do so, you click on enable and you have to link your business PayPal account with your platform. So simply just click enable and then log in. You can also do cash on delivery. So simply just click enable, as well as offline payment. So this may be bank transfer, or if you're in Singapore, pay now. So I might edit this to say pay now, and then say, might just save that, and then say use pay now and send the money to +65xxxxxxxx, and then say please send a confirmation of your payment to my email, for example, and then you can save and enable. You can also put in your bank details for bank transfer or any other ways of payment that you choose to do for your business. So with that, we've completed enabling the payment, which means that your customers can now buy on your Shopmatic platform. Now we'll move on to shipping. So as you can see, we have the domestic shipping, which is standard shipping, as well as easy ship, which is a shipping aggregator, and self-collect. So for standard shipping, you may choose to change it to registered mail or whichever courier you're using. So I'll just say registered mail and save that. And then you'd have to think of the flat shipping fee per order, which might just be the average amount of shipping fee based on your product. So I've done $5. Then if you choose to enable easy ship, just click on enable. And then for self-collect, this may not be very useful right now, but when it's safe to go out, you may choose to either have them self-collect at your retail store or your outlet store if you do have one. So maybe collect at our store at, then you can say the address, Monday to Wednesday, 10 a.m. till 1 p.m. and just save that. Or if you're participating in any bazaars or fairs, you can write that in for them to come collect and simply click on enable. So over here, you can see below, enable free shipping for orders above. So if you remember in my announcement bar, I had put for orders above $100. So I'm just going to save that so my customers are aware that they have this option. So another note is that Easy Ship is for Singapore, so it may not be for all the merchants in India. Instead, you'll have the ship Yari. So the process is still the same, it's just different partners, similar to the payment. Now we'll go on to international shipping if you do ship your products internationally. So it's the same as before. You put in maybe $10 this time, save and enable, and then you can enable your Easy Ship. Once again, you can enable free shipping for orders above maybe $150. And with that, we have completed the e-commerce enablements, which was the payment and shipping. So just to repeat myself one more time, please do send in your questions and we will answer them. So now we're going to go on to the last part of this, which is your product upload to create a powerful product catalog. So we'll click on this drop-down once again and go to products over here. So as you can see, I've already added in my categories and subcategories. So to do so, you click here, add a category. So for example, nail polish, and click OK. You can also add a subcategory. So for example, if I want to section it out by brands, I'll just put in OPI. So the categories can be moved. So I might just move this up here. And you can also move the subcategories to put in under different categories if you would like to change them. So for the product upload, there are two different ways that you can do it, either through add a product or import products. So import products is for bulk upload, and you can click on this link to understand more about bulk uploading your products. So now we'll be adding a product. So I'll just go into this and click add a product. So we're now taken to this page where you have the option to add in a product. So I'm just going to name it OPI nail polish and upload an image. Click open, and then just put it in the blue square and make sure everything you want is inside. And click on done. So you can add maximum of 4 pictures per product. So this is not a nail polish, but just to show you, if I choose to add another one, we have these two. So this picture is the picture that will be the thumbnail, and it's the one that your customers will see first. If you'd like this one to be the first one, just simply move it this way. So we don't need that. So now I'll put in the selling price. So for example, if I say $20, so this is the price that your customers will pay you for this product. If you want to show a discount, for example, you can put in the original price, which will be a price higher than your selling price, and it'll actually show as a discount sticker on your website. So if I say $30. Now this is a product description box where you can use to describe your product. So this will give your customers an idea of what the product is all about and may also help you with the search engine optimization. So I might just write beautiful choice of colors, a perfect way to pass my time, well, pass your time, a perfect way to pass your time with a lasting impact. And then you change the quantity. And over here, you can see the category, which is how you can add which category it goes under. So I've put it under nail polish and OPI. So now we'll go on to product options. So this is actually where you can add in different options for your product. So as this is nail polish, I may choose to add in different colors that I have available. And you can add in a description. So I might just put red and purple. So here I can put in the stock as well as the selling price and the original price. So this may not be very relatable over here as I'm selling the same product, but for example, if you are selling different sizes of the same product, you can put small, medium, large, and for each one, you can actually put in a different price, which will help your customers when seeing the different options that they have available. So I'm just gonna delete that. You can also put in your SKUs. Just put this in again. And that's the product variants. So the next bar will be the search engine optimization, which is what will be seen on a search engine. So this is a marketing tool. So we do give you the option to be able to edit your description and page title. And then in more settings, the shipping details, which will be used for your shipping. So you can choose the product type. So mine will be health and beauty. And then you can put in all of these, as well as if you choose inventory. So you can also disable this allow purchase when out of stock as it is, or you can enable it if you know that you have more of the same product coming in. You can also hide the product if it's going to be gone for a while, so it won't show up in your product catalog. So that is my product, and I'm just going to save it. And as you can see, it's over here, and it has this 33% off sticker, so my customers know that it's on promotion, and hopefully they will buy it. So with that, we've completed the product upload. Now to edit a product, you just have to go to all products and then click on it. Simply click on it, and then you can do the exact same thing. Maybe add more images, change the price, change the product options that you have, and click on save. And it's very easy, it's done. So with that, we have completed the product upload. We've also completed the design of the website and the e-commerce enablements, which was the shipping and payment. So just to end, we can see what my site does look like. So I'm going to click on this over here, which is view site. And you can see my favicon over there, which is my logo. And then this is what it looks like. And then you can go between the pages now. And to go onto my product, which I just uploaded, I have this. So I can choose purple or red and then add to cart. And then I can check out. So you could go through this process as the shipping and payment is now enabled, and your customers can easily buy your products and check out. So with that, I have concluded on this demo on how to build your own store. Please do ask any questions if you have any. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that session. I think it had lots of valuable tips and tricks that we can use to develop a professional looking store. I think lots of queries